Hello, this is 7B Media Newspaper and Yana Denyushenko, the correspondent. Today we arrived in Kramatorsk, responding to an appeal to the editorial office. The fact is that almost 6 months ago the supply of water and electricity to a woman was ceased for no reason. All bills are paid on time, there are no debts, and the contract is valid. But the owner of the apartment was not able to regain the usual benefits of civilization on her own. Today we will try to find out what is happening in this city and how a person can be deprived of water and light. We visited the Kramatorsk Vodokanal utility company at first. Hello, I need to talk to the administration officers. To our editorial office, a woman whose water supply was cut off applied. She has been without water for 6 months, the director is absent now, and the chief engineer in housing and communal service. To take information it is necessary to coordinate time. If you want, you can write down the phone number. Let's do it. But we can't sign up anywhere at your office. We tried to do it yesterday during the day for several times. Reception 4800. We immediately call the number provided to us. Hello, this is Yana, the correspondent. We came to you in the morning. Is there a solution to our problem? You know, the administration officer is not present yet, and the director has not arrived yet. Do we need to call in a few hours? Yes, the break starts at 11:30 and lasts till 12:15, so you can call at 11:20.
Добре, добре, дякую.
Hello, we need get an appointment with DTEK's administration officers to ask a few questions. We were told it was on the 2nd floor, but we couldn't get there. Who is there at all? Who can answer our questions? We are a customer service center. Can you give information about the cessation of water supply? A woman appealed to our editorial office and stated that water supply to her was cut off. The contract is valid, everything is fine, but there is no water supply from April. Let this woman come to our center and submit an appeal.
She was already here and submitted an appeal. Nobody responded. That's why she turned to journalists. Please tell, to whom can we ask these questions?
A couple of minutes. Thanks. I cannot tell you. We are a customer service center. We accept customer requests. Contact the communications department. Is there a number where we can call? I do not know. Do you know the communications department number?
No.
And so neither do I.
Who are you?
Correspondent.
I am not authorized to answer to the correspondent. Who among you is Litvinova?
Litvinova's lawyer is present and I am a correspondent.
What you have gives me nothing. I can only answer to Litvinova. A lawyer knows how to apply and send a lawyer's request. Litvinova has already written a request. She was given an answer, she just didn't receive it. Good morning, Yulia. I have a controversial question. People came from the subscriber whom we disconnected and terminated the contract unilaterally. A lawyer and photo correspondent came here, and I'm already being recorded. The thing is, I was ready to tell Litvinova about the problem, but I shouldn't answer a lawyer's or a correspondent's questions. If you want, you can write down the phone number of our press service, they will give you an answer. Yulia Lichitska.
We have already visited the second instance of DTEK Donetsk Electric Networks and, unfortunately, we have not received any answers, but as always we were given a phone number where we can try to call. Hello. Hello, my name is Yana, I am a correspondent of the newspaper, 7B Media. I was given your phone number so we could sign up for you and get a comment. We just visited a DTEK office, but they said that we need to call you so that someone can answer us. Where exactly were you? We were at DTEK Donetsk Electric Network,
Донецької електромережі.
Яке місто?
Kramatorsk. Okay, I will send you an email address now. Please send me an inquiry and we will consider the ego. Then I will let you know when I can answer.
Я зможу дати відповідь вам.
Well, thank you. And tell me, please, a man came out to us, and he was ready to answer. But then, when he learned that we were journalists, he refused. Is it possible to call him now so that he could answer us now? I have sorted out the situation.
Добре.
Він не, дивіться.
Each of our focus areas has its own tasks.
Кожен напрямок має свої завдання.
His focus area is not communication with the media. His focus area is technical one. Therefore, we must first understand what happened and then we will provide an answer.
Добре.
Hello, my name is Yana. I am a journalist of the newspaper, 7B Media. We would like to talk to someone representing administration officers about a criminal case.
Да, номер кримінального провадження, так.
Currently, I have not a database. I can't look. Just a minute.
Так, здравствуйте, номер, да, вам диктувати? Кримінального провадження. Стаття 356.
Tell the last four figures of the criminal proceedings. 0799.
21-го року, 6-й місяць перший.
Do you need a comment? Yes, a comment on this case. We have several questions. Write down the phone number of our press officer. She wants to clarify some information. Hello. Hello. Good afternoon. Is it Valeria? Good afternoon. Yes, I was given your number by the district police department. They told that you want to clarify something. Yes, they said you were interested in criminal proceedings. Now I will clarify the information. Tell me exactly what specific questions you have. The question is that the case is not moving anywhere.
Того, що справа нікуди не рухається.
That is, just as the criminal proceedings were registered, so it stands. That is, about inaction in relation to this case. Why is the case not being investigated? I'm sorry, but I can't give a legal assessment to my colleagues why they investigate for a long time or not for a long time. The only thing I know is that I received a message from Comfort Service Group LLC, right? Yes. The criminal proceedings have not been closed since April 28th. The pre-trial investigation is ongoing. I cannot comment on any points as to why the investigation is taking a long time, in the applicant's view. However, if the applicant has any complaints or does not agree with the course of the pre-trial investigation, they have the right to apply to other supervisory authorities or to file a petition.
Претензії або вони не згодні з ходом досудового розслідування, вони мають право звертатися в інші контролюючі органи або написати клопотання, якщо вони
They filed petitions, and these petitions remain unanswered. That's why we decided to come to you. As far as I know, the petitions did not come to the coroner. There is one request with an answer.
не надходили. В матеріалах є клопотання з відповіддю. Одне клопотання надходило. Одне клопотання було.
Так, одне, і на нього просто відповіді не отримали.
Була надана.
Is there any information to whom it was provided?
Адресу або кому, куди була надана, тому
Because
що
we
ось
work with a lawyer, and he did not
працюємо із
receive it.
адвокатом.
Applicant representing the interests of Comfort Service Group. I am now with the applicant. He has no answer. He did not receive it.
Коротше, в нього немає відповіді, він не отримував її.
Tell me, is it possible for us to get it now? There is a lawyer. He represents the interests of Comfort Service Group.
Комфорт-сервіс груп інтереси представляє адвокат.
Так, адвокат він разом зі мною зараз.
Name his last name.
Прізвище.
Razbitnov.
Костянтин.
Yes, the answer was given on June 11th.
11-го я зараз із матеріалами поруч. Олександрович, 11 червня була надана відповідь.
Hello, this is a lawyer. I was told that the petition had been received. But no one considered any of the issues raised there. Witnesses were not questioned, and the perpetrators were not identified. We are not summoned for questioning. We wrote petitions to be summoned for questioning so that we could testify. Therefore, what you say was answered is not true. Cases are not investigated in this way, so we were forced to turn to the media, because there was no response from you to the lawyer's actions.
Те, що ви кажете, що надана відповідь, ну то не відповідь, то це так справи не розслідуються. Тому ми вимушені були звернутися до ЗМІ, бо на адвокатське реагування з вашого боку ніякого реагування нема.
I'm talking to an interrogator, and the person was interrogated.
Була особа допитана.
Yes, only the applicant and only because we initiated the interrogation ourselves. The expert did not show any initiative. In addition, the petition lists other specific individuals with names and positions to be questioned. But no one was questioned. You don't even have to identify anyone. You just have to ask a question. Therefore, we believe that the case is not moving or being investigated. It is not necessary to give a legal assessment, we do not ask for it. We ask you to tell why the case is not being investigated.
І не треба давати правову оцінку. Ми не просимо давати правову оцінку слідчого. Ми просимо вказати, чому не розслідується справа.
The only thing I can tell you is that the criminal proceedings are at the stage of pre-trial investigation. The pre-trial investigation is ongoing. Hello, my name is Yana. I am a correspondent for 7B Media. We would like to talk to sleepless Andrei Alexandrovich. We will call now. Hello, we called the secretary yesterday. Today we decided to come. We would like answers to our questions. What does the secretary say? He has a meeting now. What question do you have? Questions regarding disconnection of all communications at one address. And what address? Mashina Budivnikov 10. Aren't you scheduled for an appointment? No, not appointed. Who are you? Newspaper, 7B Media. Let me find out. Questions about the disconnection of electricity and water at the address of Mashina Budivnikov 10. Can you comment on why this happened?
Currently, the Kramatorsk City Council does not have any land registration documents, does not have any documents on the commissioning of the building, and REM and DTEK have been using contracts since 2004 to lease this building. They supplied energy on the basis of 2004 lease documents. To date, the Kramatorsk City Council has not received any documents for putting the building into operation. Therefore, no one can supply utilities to a building with which there are no contracts.
Сьогоднішній день ніяких документів на введення в експлуатацію цієї будівлі, на документи землі Краматорська міська рада не отримала. Тому РЕМ не може постачати, водоканал не може постачати будівлю, в котрій немає договорів.
How is this possible if there are agreements with these services?
Agreement on what?
On the supply of electricity and water, for which all bills were paid regularly.
And how can they operate a building and land for which there are no contracts? To date, Kramatorsk City Council does not see any documents for the commissioning of these facilities. That is, if I understood correctly, it is necessary to apply for the allocation of land? Of course. And put the building into operation. The building was put into operation. And how could it be introduced if the land under it is not registered? The building has been put into operation, and there is even an entry in the register of ownership of this building. And the ground under the building? The contract was concluded for the lease of land. It was not extended by the city council. Tell me, who owns the land, who should initiate? So deal with this issue. We did it, we submitted the application to executive committee.
You had questions, we provided answers. There are no documents for the land. There is a response from the State Architectural and Construction Inspectorate of Ukraine, which states that the building has not been commissioned. Therefore, first in 2004, when the documents for the start of construction of this store were issued, you had a contract for the supply of electricity. You do not need ownership of your building to enter into a contract. For now, we turned to the res and said that you have non-resettled land and no ownership rights for the building. And there we were told that within a month you did not provide documents proving ownership of your building.
І права власності на будівлю немає. Від РЕСу нам надали лист, що немає. Ви не надали протягом місяця документів, які підтверджують право власності на вашу будівлю.
You say that at the beginning of construction.
The contract you have has been extended from year to year. You had to provide after the construction was completed.
І ви були повинні надати після того, як ви завершили будівлю.
It's not over.
Since 2004?
Yes, construction is still ongoing.
Can I submit journalistic inquiries? Yes, submit via the General Department. As we can see, it is almost impossible to restore justice in Kramatorsk. Disconnected light and water supply are not considered strange. Therefore, no one is in a hurry to investigate this issue. As in Vodokanal and DTEK, no one wants to cooperate with correspondence. They only offer to call somewhere and send requests that no one answers, or does not accept at all. The question remains, how is it possible to live in a country where neither the police nor local authorities want to help residents? Moreover, they only contribute to the formation of problems. And we tried to take a comment from the deputy mayor for a reason, because we have a video evidence where it is shown that they will not connect utilities, because Andriy Betsani prohibited.
А представники з мерії цю інформацію не коментують, як і те, чому договір не було пролонговано.
Of course, we left inquiries in each instance with questions that no one wanted to answer in person. But will there be a result?